I don't believe it, man. I'm going to be honest, in the second intermission of that game, I was preparing my speech on how disappointing of a game this was going to be, but I stand corrected. I should have had more faith, and I apologize, because this isn't just any Vancouver Canucks team we're dealing with. This year is different, and if you want to know what the definition of resilience is, if you look it up on YouTube or Google or wherever, any sort of dictionary, this game will pop up. This performance, and I don't care that we faced off against a bottom 5 team and we faced off against the worst goaltender in the National Hockey League, Merzlikins, who is such a whiner, by the way. This is a performance that is worth remembering and a great way for us to kick off the All-Star break. I have a lot I want to get through in this video, so without further ado, let's jump right into the first period. And now, despite the fact that there was no score in that first period, the Vancouver Canucks had themselves a ton of chances to go ahead. In particular, I'm talking about the Boeser, Miller, and Suter line alongside the Garland, Blueger, Joshua line. Those were the two highlights for me. And now the Canucks actually at the end of that one went up 11-4 in shots, but still nothing to prove for it. The game remained 0-0 as we head to the second period. Now this is where things really start to heat up. The Vancouver Canucks have themselves a power play, and Pettersson gives the puck away. Not a great look for him. The Blue Jackets break back with a 2-on-1 shorthanded, and Texier just beats Demko straight up. He beats Demko there on the far side, and the Blue Jackets take an early 1-0 lead in this hockey game. And I'm like, you know what, boys? It's fine. Let's get her back here, get some momentum. We still have some time left on this power play. Get the first unit off, and then let's see what we can do. But what happens? Sean Kuraly makes it 2-0 for the Blue Jackets. A nice feed there from Texier. We're kind of scrambling, to be honest with you. I don't know what our players are doing here. I think it goes off one of the Canucks sticks there, and it beats Demko. A bit of a weak one, but it is what it is. We shouldn't have been put in that position anyways. And at this point, though, I'll admit, I'm getting a little bit worried because I'm like, okay, it's 2-0. Why are we struggling against one of the worst teams in the NHL at home? The Jackets have themselves a couple of other opportunities to go up 3-0 in this game as they had themselves a power play. But shortly after that, the Canucks finally answer back. JT Miller gets the puck, and then he finds Brock Boeser alone in front, and he redirects it over top of Merzlikins and into the back of the net. We have ourselves a game, 2-1 for the Blue Jackets, and I'm thinking, man, we're back. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. But what happens? JT Miller, with a bit of a blunder, gives the puck away, and the Blue Jackets, Jake Bean, goes in and scores after Miller. What kind of attempt to block the shot is that? He gets danced around, and the Jackets extend their lead. Frustrating one to give up. All I'm going to say about that one is that if it was Kuzmenko who made that giveaway, he wouldn't have seen the ice for the rest of the game. I'm just going to put it out there because it's true. Anyway, shortly after that, the Jackets have themselves another power play, and Gaudreau has a shot that gets redirected off the post, off of Demko's back, and into the back of the net. It's a 4-1 hockey game as we end the second period, and at this point, I'm like, boys, what is going on? What is happening right now? Because I don't know. We're facing off a team that has a ton of washed up retirement players who just want the money in the bag. They don't actually care about winning. And we also just look like we don't want it out there. So I did not know what the third period was going to look like. But as always, I stuck around and watched the third period. And boy, oh boy, was I pleased with what I saw. Early on in the third period, the Canucks have themselves a power play. Miller over to Pettersson. And what is Merzlikins doing here, man? Basically gifts us a goal here. I don't know what the thought process was. He went for like a stack the pads, but then canceled it out halfway through. I'm not complaining, but if this guy's trying to get traded out of Columbus, no way that's happening with performances like this. Pettersson makes it 4-2, and the boys have some life. Just over 2 minutes later, the boys have themselves another power play. Hughes from the point, it gets tipped by Brock Boeser, his second of the game. And suddenly, out of nowhere, we have ourselves a 4-3 hockey game. And I'm absolutely loving it. Anyways, the Canucks later on have themselves their third power play of the period. I mean, do the Blue Jackets just not learn their mistakes? Because the Canucks are absolutely lethal in this third period, and it just keeps on going. Brock Boeser completes the hat trick, little bit of a scramble in front, but he buries it, and it's 4-4. I can't believe it. The fans can't believe it. The Blue Jackets can't believe it, but it's happened. 4-4, we're all squared. But wait, hold on. This happens just a little bit later. Tyler Myers in the corner does a little bit of a stupid check, gets his elbow up there on Kuraly. He's bleeding. And then Cole goes in after, and then he gets the initial penalty, but then they review it for a major. And then as a result, Myers goes off with a game misconduct? I just don't understand that. Personally, sure, give us the 2 minutes on that. It's an elbow to the face, whatever. A major for that? Are you serious right now? That's a bit crazy, but I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below, because maybe I'm tripping on this one. Maybe I'm not seeing both sides to this, and maybe I'm just a bit biased. So if I'm wrong, then correct me down below. But anyways, the Canucks have a 5-minute power play to kill, and a lot of people were worried heading into this because the Blue Jackets had scored on the power play beforehand, but the Canucks have themselves one of the best kills I've seen them do all season. They didn't give the Blue Jackets anything, and the crowd absolutely erupted as a result. And man, you just don't lose after stuff like that. We killed off the 5 minutes, we headed into overtime, and then this is what happened. Brock makes a nice move, and then Pettersson is waiting on the near side. Boeser plays it backdoor, and Pettersson redirects it with his skate past Merzlikins, and he is absolutely furious. Go cry me a river, buddy. Looks like you're stuck in Ohio. No one's taking you in a trade because you're just not that good. The Blue Jackets try to do some sort of challenge, but it doesn't work. The Canucks have completed the comeback, and I am absolutely ecstatic with the win as we head towards the All-Star break. The homestand finished 4-0-1, and they just keep on rolling. Honestly, I don't have enough words to describe how excited I am to watch this team night in and night out with how good they have been, and I really hope they can keep pushing on the gas pedal as we near closer and closer to the playoffs. You already know I'm going to be here every step of the way, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys so much for 6,000 subscribers. It's just 2 weeks after we hit 5,000. Let's keep on rolling. 10,000 by the playoffs. Can we do it? Maybe. We'll see. But that's my goal in mind. But thank you guys so much for all the support. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and take care.